Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird, wonderful world. And to start, I just want to say that I could make these most CD culture show and tell, but I think I kind of abandoned that. I'm not gonna ever get rid of those episodes. Every single episode is gonna still be there, but now when I make a video where I talk about music or anything like that, it's just gonna be a normal video, and I'll just give the normal greeting. Yeah, and there'll just be less stuff to put onto the title of the episode. So I so consider that retired. I'm retiring the Most CD Culture Show and Tell, but it's still my weird and wonderful world. So before I begin to show you what I my new acquisitions that I got for CDs, I want to finish my thought about something. Okay, when I made my video yesterday, there was another part of my video I wanted to say, and all the other times, the takes that I did it, I mentioned it, but the last time I didn't. So I want just a quick update and clarification of something I had said on a previous video when of the my weird things that I yeah, the one where is the weird things with me between me and music and that. So on that video, I was comparing the differences between vinyl and CD, and I want to make it clear that it's my preference that I prefer CD, but a very close second, okay, is vinyl. I do still think vinyls are awesome. I grew up on vinyl. uh, You know, Vinyl was the first thing that first real music that I ever heard, and I considered basically okay. I basically considered like radio music. Like if I was listening to on the radio, that would to me I consider that secondhand music. Unless you actually own the physical copy, whether it's in cassette form, CD form, album form, like having the real deal. Hearing it on the radio, that was a second hand experience. You're not getting the real deal. That was just the way I always I thought of it growing up. And but yeah, I grew up listening to records, but then and I'll give you three examples. There was Alice Cooper. We had Alice Cooper Killer. We had Cat Stevens, Tea for the Tillerman, and we had Meatloaf, Bad Out of Hell. Those three albums were there, and that which is why I have them on CD now. And I rem- we played those records to death. Even once they got scratched, and that was probably not good, healthy for the record player. But we played those CDs until I'm sorry, LPs, the vinyls, until they got scratched. I had a couple of Kiss albums. I had AC/DC on vinyl. So I used to own quite a bit of vinyls. But me being a Star Trek fan, okay, when I first seen a CD for the first time, to me that was futuristic. That was like we are now in the future. That was technology. And then when I got to re-listen to those three albums I mentioned, the Alice Cooper, the Cat Stevens, and even the Meatloaf Bat Out of Hell, hearing them again, it was like listening to them for the first time. The clarity to be able to skip songs at will, to be able to program the songs in whatever you want. I thought it just sounded magnificent. To me, it was quality. I mean, yeah, the future is here. We have now, achieved quality. I like the packaging. Okay, yeah, we sacrificed the details on the cover because it's not as big anymore. Our record covers are just so big right now. I mean, for on a CD, that is. But I'm glad that vinyl has made such a big resurgence, and I love watching the vinyl community talk about their albums. There's nothing better. I really understand, how why people love the sound of a record, especially if it is in mint condition. There's no scratches and no skips and everything on it, and you play it. All you got is that maybe the slight hiss. It's fine. The true test for me will be when I get to play that album right here, my Lateralis, which is the only album I own on vinyl. I don't have it up on the wall here. It is put away. It is put away safely, upright, protected and everything, but I want to bring it to my friend's place and listen to it in his stereo, and hopefully maybe I could listen to it in some earphones just to really take in the sound quality, because it's an album I played on CD probably the most. More than any other CD I have in my collection, I played this album the most. It is my favorite album. I couldn't get enough of it. All those times I played it trying to figure out those lyrics when the lyrics weren't available. So for me to be able to hear it on vinyl for the first time, then I'll tell you which one I still like better. Do I like the sound on that better, or do I like the sound on the CD better? That's because I will say I am biased towards CD, and as some people are probably more biased towards album, and that there's nothing wrong with that. I I I love that people have their preferences, and you should never change their, you know, don't try to convince people to change their preferences. If that's what they love, so be it. Like I used to know a friend up in Montreal who was into he was into VHSs when I had moved on to DVDs. I was right into DVDs, of course, because it's a disc and it's the future, and the quality was awesome, and you can skip chapters and blow, and it was so much superior. But no, he was so die hard into it, like, oh, I love my cassettes. I love my cassettes because he invested so much into it, his whole personality into it. It was a part of him. All right, I babbled on about that subject. Let's get to the main point. I will leave again. Timestamps. I'll stop saying that from here on in. I'll just leave them whenever I get the chance. And yeah, okay. So now I'm going to kind of do this in reverse order. I bet you can probably guess what I have here. I have bought one brand new CD that I bought at Frank's Music. Okay, I went and bought that first, way before. So I went to Frank's Music first, went and bought this CD. I messaged them and asked them if they had it, and he said yes. So I didn't have to order it or anything. I just could go right into the store and buy it, and I love doing that. I'm so happy that yeah, he had it. But then, but then after when I bought that, I went over. I biked all the way across town again and went to Spin It and bought some used CDs. But they're great. Now I'll show you those first. I'm going to show you those first, and then surprise, we'll do the grand opening of the brand new CD I bought. I want to keep this a little bit of mystery. I hope I didn't want to spoil anything in the thumbnail. So the first thing I looked at when I went to spin it was this Iron Butterfly Inagata Davida. Only $8. It's worth getting. So well, yeah, because I needed it replaced. So now I have a fully working, functional Iron Butterfly. So yeah, I love it. And look at the iron butterfly up there. I don't know why I had never noticed how it goes up into the, like it's almost like like they it should have been panned down a little bit more. It's like you're panning too low. You gotta raise the camera a little bit to get the iron butterfly part. But no, it's just funny. And a funny little story about the title of In the God of the Vita is because well, for multiple reasons. Not only because the way he was singing it, he was slurring it kind of, and but they didn't want to actually say the actual phrase of what it's really was trying. They're trying to say. They're trying to say in the Garden of Eden, okay, in the Garden of Eden, but it came out in the Gata da Vida, and, and so that's what they went with instead of calling it what it should have been in the Garden of Eden, because that's what he's trying. That's what he's actually saying when he's singing it. But they changed it after the fact, okay. But for because they didn't want to provoke the evil spirits of with I don't know. So there's multiple reasons. You can look that up. I think that's pretty interesting. But that's what I had to get that because yeah, it's an essential album to get. And then because Larry gave me the Zeppelin 4, and so it's going to kick off my Zeppelin kick. And if they would have had physical graffiti, I would have gotten that, but I got the Zeppelin 2, and they had that there. So that was $8, and so yeah, I bought Zeppelin 2, and yeah, I'm happy for that. So I'm gonna start getting all my Zeppelins now. And then the last thing I picked up there, because I didn't have any of them in my collection at all, but now yeah, at least I'll probably get more of the actual albums, but having this as a greatest hits is good. I needed to have some Simon and Garfunkel, the greatest hits, with all the good stuff of starting with Mrs. Robinson for Emily, whatever whenever I may find her, the boxer. Well, you guys know it's on this. Yeah, you can all look it up for yourself. I don't want to bore you with that. I just want to continue and show you what I got. But yeah, that's what I had. I had to get some Simon and Garfunkel, so greatest hits is perfect. And the last thing I got here, this was actually the. Now I actually paid for $8 each for all three of those, and you would say, well, don't you get at Spin It? Isn't it buy two and get one free? Yeah, it is, but I had to buy a fourth CD just because I needed to have it in my collection, and it's called the Best of Toto Collections. And so this was only $6, but this ended up being my free CD. So I paid full price for these three, and this became because out of the two, yeah, I got one for free. So why not? It was $6, but it became free, and I don't care. I mean these are very much worth the $8 that I paid for each of those. So, and a fun fact, okay, that you may or may not know, and I just discovered the other day. I thought that was interesting, is that whenever you're listening to Michael Jackson's Thriller, okay, you're listening to Toto. That was before Toto was able to break it, before they were able to break it big. But it is Toto as their studio session band for Michael Jackson Thriller. Except for that one little part by Eddie, Toto is the band. Think about that next time you picture that when you're listening to Thriller the next time. And so those were the four that I gotten from Spin It. And then now to the main course of this meal, we we're gonna open up a can of Future Days. Yes, I went and actually bought it because if Larry Graves is suggesting that I buy that, and this is now that he declared is his third favorite band, makes me want to, yeah, it made me want to get it. And I have already heard the first song on it of Future Days, and then there's Spray, the second song, Moonshake, and then Bel Air. And yeah, a 9 minute and 32-second song, a 8 minute and 29-second song, Moonshake being the the shortest song at 3:04, and then Bel Air being at 19 minutes and 50, nearly, yeah, 53 seconds, nearly 20 minutes of a song. So I'm looking forward to that. Let's get this thing opened. Yeah. And you'll see like where I always cut it, right? I always cut it on the seam so that so that it doesn't leave any marks. It is open. Oh, by the way, if you guys noticed, yeah, the Simon and Garfunkel actually has a hype sticker on it. It's actually stuck onto the case itself. So I like that. So I have a few now that has hype stickers on it. I'm proud of that. So yeah, you can't hear that, can you? I don't think you can. Yeah, shame. Mhm. But yeah, but now I still get that safety sticker. I understand. I understand. Because oh, wow, how easy that came. That just sliced right in there, perfect. I just got it the right angle, and I can I can take that off gently. One side. Yep, that came off nice. Just a little cleanup after, minor cleanup after. Now I just got to be able to grab this end here on the side, oop, so you can see what I'm doing. Just gotta grab this end here. I want to clean this up before I open it. So I'm excited. I'm excited. So it's about half an hour, about a 45-minute album. About 40, I would say about 42 to 43 minutes if I do the calculation right. So opening it up, that's what's inside. Future days. There's a blank color, but I like it. And then is there lyrics? I'm sure there has to be. Well, ooh, a cool little write up, a little some yeah. There we go. And so yeah, I got a Can album. I will be getting. I will probably be getting more. Yeah, yeah. If I especially if yeah, I start with this, and if I like it, I do want to try Tago Mago. That will be the next one I get into. But was there lyrics? No way. Uh, there's well here. Look at that. I love that they put a full listing of everything that they put out right there. I mean, it's gonna be easy to follow that because there you got the Can remasters on CD, which this is too, I believe. 2009. Yeah, but it shows yeah, it shows the even the year of it, the monster movie, which they said was good. There's Tego Mago, E er, Iggy. I'm not even gonna pronounce that. That's weird. Then there's the Future Days, which is the fifth album. Then yeah, so been released in 2012, and there's yeah, it's showing you all like the special editions, the compilation, the remixes, canned live, DVDs, canned DVD, another one, uh, uh, the books, solo recordings available, and then coming soon, and then the official website. So that's pretty cool. It gives you a good little catalog, so that you can keep track of all what they got. So I didn't see any lyrics. Well, no. From what I heard, from what I heard Larry say, for Can when it comes to Can, the lyrics really don't matter. It's not about the lyrics. So, all right, and me, where I can tend to overanalyze lyrics. Like, yeah, once I can get my thoughts together, I actually want to make another video where I talk about lyrics, but I really want to be more that one here, that one there. I'm going to be a lot more scripted and focused on telling you exactly like pinpointing certain things. I have to spend time to prepare and do that, but it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. It'll be giving you quality, and it'll be a fun little project, and it'll give me a chance to actually read some of the lyrics. I'm like, because I keep wanting to, no, I keep wanting an opportunity to get into the lyrics where I can start really reading them and that, and then make, and when I do, I want to start making notes. I want to play my music, read the lyrics, and take notes, and then report back to you guys my findings. And yeah, the yeah, I'm going to be playing that very soon, very soon. Yeah, I will be wanting to, like, no matter what, I'm, you know what, I'm going to reserve this for my first time. I can play these for the moment, okay? I want to reserve that for later, just a little bit later tonight, where I'll have everything on. I'll have my earphones on. I'll lay down on my bed here, and just absorb it, rather than listening to it like while doing other stuff. Like, yeah, I really want to give this a very fair shake. I'm sure I'm gonna love it. Okay, that's all I have to say. I thought you guys would enjoy that. Today was payday. I had ended up getting a little extra money than I was expecting. Like, yeah, so I could splurge just a little bit. But I decided to split it up, a brand new CD and then some used ones, and all together it came up to about maybe about $50. Yeah, it came up to around $50 for all this. But hey, it's worth it. I love it. That's my probably my yeah my. I am going to actually order. I am going to be ordering a CD. It will be a Spark CD. I'm just going to order one for now, and I don't know which one yet, but I will be ordering one. All right. So I'm gonna let you go. You know how much I love you. My episodes keep getting long, don't they? Up to almost 25 minutes. But hey, I don't care. I'm here to give you the content if you're into that. So everybody, I love you out there. Please, please, as always, be safe. Take care. I will see you on the flip side. And please, everybody, have a great day, evening, morning, night, afternoon, wherever you may be. Peace, everybody.